I was given the challenge to write about grief. This was hard because it's my belief that grief affects everyone differently. Like writing this entire poem took time. I couldn't even get my words to rhyme at first without having episodes of randomly wanting to burst into tears. 5 years. 5 years ago today since my daddy took my breath away, and I can still feel that void as if it happened yesterday. There's not a day that goes by that I don't want to call out his name, and like the holidays are coming up, but they're no longer the same, and who's going to cheat and swear up and down those are the rules to the game? He was supposed to live forever. My Superman. No, actually, he was Batman. Because he could do things that, according to him, nobody else can. There was nobody like my daddy. And yes, I admit that over time it doesn't hurt as bad. And not every thought of him makes me sad. I have moments. I smile whenever his date of birth appears on my clock. And seeing a red bird in my path makes everything else around me stop. But the one thing that gets me, the one thing that's on top, is that when I look in the mirror, I can see his smile. And then I cry. 5 years later, I still cry like that 3-year-old little girl who's standing in the window waiting for her daddy's motorcycle to pull up in the driveway after work. Then I laugh. I laugh whenever I think about all of those corny-ass dad jokes. Then I smile. I smile whenever I see a random dime sitting on the ground. And then I cry again. Because after all of that, I soon realize that he's no longer around. Especially when you're experiencing those moments of happiness, pure joy in your soul. Then grief all of a sudden comes and takes total control of your heart, ripping apart your emotions. Grief can have you all over the place. And then people expect you to be normal. Unless you have lost a parent, a sibling, a very close loved one, a best friend. Don't talk to me about grief. But you could pray. That you can do. Yeah. Those are my thoughts. So if you are experiencing grief or you know someone else who is experiencing grief, I encourage you to encourage them, to even encourage yourself. Take your time. There is no timeline or time limit or we're not going to get over it. It's just not going to happen. I miss my dad a lot. And November the 16th will never be the same for me. But I'm happy that I can smile in his memory. Thank you for listening. Peace and blessings.